AITA for having my former landlord arrested because he broke into my home when I was gone and had put me through 3 years of hell? Hi guys! Welcome to MacReddit, where tales are not just told, they come alive. As always, today I have brought a very interesting Reddit story for you. I hope you will enjoy it, and don't forget to show your love gives me energy. Let's dive into the story. For 3 years, I, 27-year-old male, endured a terrible landlord named Daniel, 44 years old male. Throughout that time, he made my life miserable, pushing me to my limits. Eventually, I left his house, but I took ProRevenge while leaving. My landlord was a weird middle-aged man whose wife and children had dumped him, forcing him to live alone. He owned 2 apartments, residing in one and renting out the other, where I was a tenant. He made my life miserable by constantly harassing me. He stole my dryer and other household items from the common area, made me pay for a plumbing repair that was considered normal wear and tear, and even attempted to break into my home. When I sought legal advice after receiving a letter from him about a parking spot, he retaliated by trying to charge me an extra $150 per month. The list goes on. Now, this apartment was far from nice. I found out that the plumbing was illegal, the porch had severe safety issues, the ceiling paint was constantly falling down, the gas heater was not up to code, and there were other problems as well. Finally, my landlord's demand to raise my rent by $500 per month was the final blow. I was not ready to pay a penny more than what I had been paying. Instead, I wanted my landlord to decrease the rent of the apartment given its condition. Due to the lack of proper maintenance, the apartment seemed to have been abandoned. The day he talked to me about increasing the rent, I gave him notice that I would be leaving the apartment. However, I called the building inspector before I left. I told him everything. The porch didn't have a permit and was not up to code. I also mentioned the plumbing and heater problems. I went on and on. The inspector visited the next day and took measurements. Each violation could result in a $500 daily fine until resolved. It was satisfying to see him under scrutiny by the town authorities. As I was leaving, my landlord told me that I would have to pay for the renovation of the building, or else he would involve the police. On the day of my move, I proactively went to the police to inform them. When the landlord came by to threaten and harass me, I called the police, and they confirmed that I was within my rights and not required to pay any money. Not only this, I informed the police that he had broken into my apartment while I was gone and nailed my door shut. The police arrested him on site, and now they are charging my former landlord with a felony for breaking and entering my home. Now, I live in a peaceful apartment, and the landlord is a nice guy. He is the same person who asked me to post this story on Reddit. However, a friend of mine says, I am an AH for doing all this, but I don't think so. I did to my landlord what he deserved. So, am I the AH? OP is not an AH, and he did the right thing, which the landlord deserved. What do the MacReddit fans think? Is the OP an AH or not? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like the stories I brought you, just hit the like button, share them as much as you can, and don't forget to subscribe to MacReddit for a daily dose. Bye bye, see you tomorrow with some more spicy fries.